And we're back. Hello, how's it going? Right, so here's our gun that we created earlier. You may remember it. If you don't, you really need to focus more. Okay, and I'm going to edit this. Just bring it in. Because if you look, there's a bounding box around the outside. So what I want to do is basically create a place for my cannon. So here it is, kind of just facing the edge of our world. And we have some props in here, which I'm going to use to kind of work on lighting and stuff. So if I just go into my props, you'll see we have some basic stuff. So, you know, simple walls basically and stuff. So I'm going to create some walls around our cannon. So for this, if you've never done it before, we just go here to place, which is shift 1, and grab a box and just shift and drag it around until we find where we want it to be. There we go. And then I can work from this. So I'm just navigating the viewport as if I was playing the video game. There we go. Go and select this. And I'm just going to bring it over to round about here. Don't want the wall too thick. My dog is currently acting like a bit of a lunatic because it just had a bath. Okay, a little bit higher. There we are. So this will give us our actual cannon area. What we need to do is make it look like the cannon is actually able to be aimed left and right, so we're going to need a little bit more space at the sides here. And bring this down. Okay, and maybe bring this a bit wide. So to about there. Okay, and then I'm going to create a copy of it, so I'm just going to hold Alt and drag to over there like that. Okay, because remember, this is all about basically trying to make your model look okay. Actually, before I do that, I should probably just work on the height of this wall. So let's just go in. It's going to need to be quite high as well. So what I can do is just use the extrude tool instead. So I need to work in the local coordinate system really. I'm going to go up here and that will just extrude that out like that. Then I can select here and here and bring them outwards like so. Okay, and so now we have this nice simple mesh here. And I'm going to grab it, hold Alt, and drag it this way. And then I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. Just make sure they line up. They should do. So I've done that. Okay, I'll just work out our sizes. I can move the gun once I'm kind of happy. So I'll just move that a bit more towards the middle there like that. And now if I go over here, I'm still hopefully in extrude mode. Move it up 1. Move it up 1. And I can just bring this straight across to about there. Maybe slightly less. There we go, and then bring its little friend across to meet it. It's a bit like modelling with 3ds Max, it's just a lot more primitive in its own way really. But you get some really nice effects too. So now if I go here and here and just select these two and just select its roof part at the same time, so I can bring these out and at the same time kind of bring them across. I don't think I've got a very good surface there to work with, so I'll do it again. Just come out of that. Don't be afraid to undo over and over again if you think you're making mistakes, because it will happen. It's just one of the problems with this is that it can be quite hard sometimes selecting the correct edge to work with. Okay, and probably move this back a bit as well. And that'll just give us this kind of stretched out. Actually, no, I'll just keep it as it was. I think I'd prefer it flatter like that. And then I can go in this one. And do the same again. Take it all the way to the edge. This one needs to be adjusted again. There we go, like that. And that gives us this kind of nice bunker effect here. And what we can do is kind of elongate this a bit, just to give us the effect that our users are kind of going to be walking down a corridor towards the gun. So if I just go into extrude, that was no good because I need this bit as well. Takes a little bit more time to select things in Unreal Engine sometimes. There we go. Make sure extrude is on. I'm going to bring this back to about there so it's nice and narrow. And we can see that we have a horrible error inside our mesh there that we don't want. So I think rather than doing that, what I'll do is I'll just build a new piece using geometry. And should be able to get this nice and small if I just use the editor. Because we really want to get this looking nice wherever possible. We don't want it too complicated at the minute, we just want it to look nice, you know. I'm going to create ourselves a nice wall down here. Because this is how we basically block out our level. We've got our cannon in it. And so what I'm doing now is showing you how to use UDK, well, Unreal Engine, sorry, not UDK, in order to present it nicely, really. Give ourselves a nice little scene. Now, I'm going to go over here to our different viewport. And just select this. There we go, and this means that I can move it now to the right place. Like so. Okay, and then I can marquee select these two top bits and just drag them up like that. And then if I come out here, we can see they're a little bit too long, so what I need to do now is use just a marquee, so I'll use the Shift and Alt, and this allows me just to get it the right length wherever I need it. There's one, and there's the other one. Okay, so we have this at the right height now, so that's good. Because what this means is that I can now basically create some bits that I need to go on the back of it. So I'm going to create kind of a hollow room from this. I'm just going to bring this back, just this one edge, like so. Make it hollow. Let's just reset it, go back. Okay, rather than making it hollow, I'm just going to dig out the inside myself. Okay, so I'm going to create a copy of this. So I'll just use my Alt, click and drag, take it away, and then bring it back again. Okay, and just make sure that it's kind of lying over it the way I want, which it is. And now what I can do is just reduce the size of the bits inside it. Just to create a nice simple internal area. And then rather than being additive, what I can do is make it subtractive. So at the minute, if you look, our brush type is additive, subtractive. Okay, and then we have kind of our hollow area on the inside there. Okay, so you can see it better there and there. Okay, so now what I need to do is put a few extra added details and stuff into this, and also come up with a bit of a floor that's going to work. So what I'm going to do is just make this shorter again, and it might be easier just doing it over here, because then we're reducing the size of the level accordingly. Remember, we don't need to calculate a load of shadows if we don't have a load of geometry to calculate it for. Oops. Now this one. Get this one as well. There we are. And then at the back, I'll just bring it down and in. Oh, I've accidentally selected one too many. And undone virtually everything I did. Where's it gone? Did I delete it? Oh no, there it is. Right, so I need this bit, and then grab it like that, and bring it in. Okay, so the idea is this is kind of like a attack area of a big spacey ship or something, I don't know, something like that. Okay, so far, as you can see, there's not a lot going on, and if I was to just quickly do a build, I say quickly, it won't be very quick, you'd see that we'll start pulling up some light errors more or less straight away. Also, where's my cannon gone? There it is. Okay, so as you see, we have some reflectivity over here, okay, and it's reflecting the gun, but we don't have a lot else going on, yeah? Okay, so let's work with what we've got here then, and we're going to apply some simple lights, and we're going to apply some other stuff. So we'll do that in the next part.